I now want to shift focus to the political story, and this is where the government and the Bharatiya Janata Party in the line of fire. A spike in COVID cases. Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress once again insisting that the remaining three phases should be compressed into one. Reduce the exposure of the electorate to COVID. The BJP at the moment saying just follow the principles that have been followed. Let there be equal opportunity for all. Rahul Gandhi said he will cancel all his rallies. The BJP saying once again, Rahul Gandhi नाखून कटाकर शहीद होना चाहते. Take a look at this report.
Massive crowds, no distancing, and no mask. Such scenes have been the norm at rallies across Bengal. With two more phases of elections to go, political parties have finally decided to cut down on campaigning to control the crowds. BJP has now decided to stop big rallies and public meetings. The party will now organize small outreach programs in open spaces with not more than 500 people. But there is still no stopping the campaign in Bengal. While BJP star netas continue to campaign, Prime Minister Modi too is likely to address 4 rallies in the state on 23rd April. Mamata Banerjee, who also announced that she would restrict her campaigning, held a public meeting in Murshidabad. She will, however, not be campaigning in Kolkata anymore. She will hold just one symbolic public meeting in the city on the last day of campaigning. TMC says she will now restrict her campaign to areas with low case load. The rethink in the BJP comes after Congress ex-president Rahul Gandhi announced his decision to switch off the campaigning through a post on Twitter on Sunday.
देखिए, सबसे पहले राहुल जी ने सार्वजनिक करना चाहिए कि इनकी कितनी रैली लगी थी जो उन्होंने कैंसिल करी. मेरे पास तो कोई लिस्ट नहीं है.
The declaration by 3 top parties and leaders is expected to bring down the number and quantum of congregations in Bengal drastically. As between the 3 leaders for the remaining phases, at least a dozen big events were scheduled. But with just 2 phases remaining and the cases in West Bengal steadily increasing, isn't all of this too little, too late? With Paulomi Saha, Indrajit Kundu, Suryagani Roy and Prema Rajaram in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
So is this too little, too late? I have Shatarupa joining me from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Monojit Mandal represents the Trinamool Congress. Kaushik Deka is a deputy editor. He spent a lot of time on ground zero. And Partha Mukherjee represents the West Bengal Congress Party. And Shatarupa, the Prime Minister says, जब तक जरूरी ना हो घर से ना निकले. People say, the opposition especially, and you have Monojit Mandal with a huge smile on his face saying the BJP doesn't practice what it preaches.
Thank you, Gaurav, for having me on the show. If Monojit Mandal wants to say that, then first question to Monojit Mandal would be, is Trinamool practicing the same thing? However, I don't want to talk to Monojit Mandal about this, but since you're talking about us, yes, the Pradhan Mantri has been saying from the very beginning that you should be restricting your activities and staying at home. But in a poll-bound state, where you are bound to campaign for your ideology, for whatever you want to promise to the state, for your manifesto, and according to the Election Commission rules and regulations, you have to be with the people. There is no other way, because it does not depend on one party. It's not that the BJP alone has gone to polls. This is something that everybody has to understand. I've been hearing all over different channels, different shows, that the gun is pointed at BJP as if BJP wanted to have the elections. It is not like that in India. You at least for one should know very well that elections are decided by an independent organization called the Election Commission of India.
Monojit Mandal, Shatarupa has made that point. Why blame the Bharatiya Janata Party? It is the Election Commission that has to take a decision. I'm sure the Trinamool Congress wouldn't want president's rule to be imposed till the time the situation improves, the COVID situation improves. At best, the Election Commission can advise people to follow COVID-appropriate behavior. So why just blame the Bharatiya Janata Party? Mr. Mandal, your party is doing just the same.
I mean, who is appointing the recently retired Chief Election Commissioner as the governor of a particular state? It's the Home Minister. I mean, let us not sort of, be so naive about the fact that the Election Commission in India will not be sort of influenced or advised by a political party that's ruling the center. There are ample.
No, so why
reasons
should
to
elections
arrive
benefit
at
the
that kind
BJP
of
and not the TMC and not the Congress or the left?
I have given ample reasons. I have given ample examples for even from this particular election. The way Mamata Banerjee was singularly targeted by the Election Commission for the same kind of misconduct, even graver misconduct. The Home Minister and the Prime Minister were completely.
Okay, but for the moment, I will stick to the. For the moment, I'll stick to the issue.
Coming back to the issue at hand. Yes, I'll come to the issue. Coming back to the issue at hand, Gaurav. Look, even 3-4 days back, we suggested to the Election Commission of India, let us do away with the election as soon as possible. Let us, club all the 3 phases together and choose a date, maybe on 24th, 23rd, whatever. Even now, even today, we had a parliamentary delegation in the Election Commission, again pleading before them, let us at least now club the last phases of election, give some respite to the people. You conduct rallies, you conduct however shorter they are. If the Prime Minister comes for a rally on the 23rd of April, do they want to say that there would be people, more than 500 people? I bet, Gaurav, you'll cover the rally on 23rd. There will be people. There will be people around. I mean, it is without any qualm, let me say
this.
Does
that indicate the Prime Minister's popularity? Does that indicate the Prime Minister's popularity, or is there merit? Shatarupa, no. Mamata Banerjee, no, Shatarupa, you have no reason to smile because Mamata Banerjee says these are outsiders who are being brought in, and it's these outsiders, Shatarupa, who are leading to a spike in COVID cases.
Mamata Banerjee can keep saying anything. But the fact remains that, if you send your media units to the rallies that the Prime Minister is having or the Home Minister is having, you will see that they are nobody else except the local people. You can go in the crowd and see who comes. And it's not that the BJP pays for their travel or anything. The number of rallies that the Prime Minister has had all over the state, it is unimaginable, the crowd that has come. Yes, it is scary because if the crowd is together and the people are together, they don't wear masks despite our telling them to. The enthusiasm just to see the Prime Minister in person.
But ma'am, that is where the Prime Minister, what the Prime Minister preaches, the BJP must practice. But that's not happening, sir. Before I get you to respond, Monojit Mandal, I want to quickly bring in Partha Mukherjee and Kaushik Dekka into this conversation. Partha Mukherjee, when Rahul Gandhi says, in the interest of not letting COVID-19 cases spike, he'll cancel his rallies in Bengal. 2 points here. Amit Shah says, how many rallies was he supposed to have anyways that he's cancelled? And the West Bengal BJP says, वो तो नाखून काटकर शहीद होना चाहते हैं. Partha Mukherjee.
Well, Gauravji, as far as Amit Shah's comment is concerned, now myself being a member of the Pradesh Congress publicity cell, I tell you that Rahul Gandhiji was supposed to have meeting in Murshidabad, in Malda, in Kolkata, and in North 24 Parganas, particularly in Noapada.
5 phases have gone
so
by.
these 4 meetings have been scheduled. All these have been cancelled. Now, as far as our information goes, he has very categorically stated that election will come and go, but people's life is more important.
Okay.
Now, in this case, no, please, 1 minute. Now, I was hearing the Prime Minister talking very hard about oxygen. Now, I tell you, this is on Sunday, the Union Home Ministry's information. Now, we are supposed to have 162 plants of generating oxygen in government hospitals, captive plants across all over India in support of COVID-19 treatment. You know how much has come up? 33 till date. So, what oxygen you are talking about?
Okay.
Now, just 1 minute.
Sir.
United Kingdom in May 2020 has started getting the procurement deals.
Sir,
with
I'll come to, okay,
US in July
I'll come
2020,
to, I want to
European
stick
Union
to the
in
issue
August
of
2020,
elections and
Australia
crowds in
September
Bengal
2020,
for the moment, and of
India
course
in
COVID.
January 2021. Just see the difference between the countries. And you are talking about saving people? We have missed the bus.
Okay, you say we've missed the bus
the
on
hard
vaccination.
reality.
The Prime Minister, of course, just 10 minutes, just a short while back, was talking about how India has reached the fastest milestone in 10 crore, 11 crore and 12 crore vaccines in the world. That was the Prime Minister's point.
Unless you have people having double vaccination, you cannot say people are vaccinated.
Okay,
so in that
Kaushik
case, it is
Dekha.
only 1.09%
Okay,
people have
Kaushik
been vaccinated
Kaushik Dekha, at this point of time, and I'll get Shatarupa to respond to the point that you've made. Kaushik, last 3 phases of elections, and TMC once again today reached out to the Election Commission saying combine the 3 phases into one. Election Commission says that would deny, the point that the BJP had earlier made, that would deny others the same.
That is the point.
The same rights that the first 5 phases had.
Exactly.
Merit in that, Kaushik Dekha?
Frankly speaking, I do not see great merit in that logic, because clubbing the 3 phases would not make much of a difference at this point. And more importantly, this is an extraordinary situation, and in extraordinary situation, you take extraordinary measures. But having said that, it's not that the TMC has any moral upper hand in this case, because they were also equally campaigning, and both parties realized that the situation is grim only when the numbers shot up. The COVID numbers shot up. So it's not about who is blinking first, and it's not about both parties' ego. It's about addressing the situation, addressing an extraordinary situation in a way which is good for the people of the country. And as Gaurav, you would see, when it comes to examinations of students, which is more important for the future of our generation, the new generation, we are ready to cancel and postpone that. But in terms of election, we are very particular that it has to go as per schedule. There, I am pretty sure if Election Commission also sits down, they will find many other ways to hold elections without conducting these mass rallies. They could have framed, considering that COVID had never gone from the country, they could have framed different
Monojit Mandal, the point that both Shatarupa...
I need to respond.
Okay, yeah, Shatarupa raised the point that why just blame the BJP? Mamata Banerjee's had equally big, if not bigger rallies. Of course, now she's saying that she's next phases will be much lesser in terms of crowd. But as many argue, the damage has already been done, sir.
Gaurav, what is the fundamental point? How could we reach this situation in the second wave? When did we understand the second wave is coming? In the month of January, what was the government of India doing? I mean, look at the number of cases in this. Look at the way the people are dying in EP, in other states, how they are being mass cremated. What are you talking about? They are dying like rats. Dead bodies are
Is that happening in Bengal? Is that happening in Bengal?
Of the failure of the...
Is that happening in Bengal? If that's not happening in Bengal...
No, Gaurav, not as of now, considering the fact that we have been holding rallies for the last 4 months. Luckily for us, we are still in a better position. We are not complacent. We are fighting our testing, hospitals are being ramped up, everything. But the vaccines need to come from the government of India.
So if it's ramped up, why can't the dance of democracy continue following COVID-appropriate behavior, sir?
Our Chief Minister wrote a letter to the Prime Minister in the month of February, 24 February, asking or pleading him, please universalize the vaccination process. I want to understand one important point.
Respond.
How could they now universalize in 2 months? How could they produce 80 crores of vaccines? 80 crores of vaccines. She can say whatever. She doesn't have the number. She doesn't know the number.
One by one.
80 crores for... Gaurav, number. You need 80 crores of first doses. First doses, 80 crores if you want to universalize.
Okay. I want to come to the point of Amit Shah saying you cannot directly link elections and a spike in COVID-19 cases. How does he say that, Shatarupa? How does he say that when every doctor says the moment two people meet, they come close, the apprehension and the fear is that the virus will spread, and that is why Maharashtra is resorting to a lockdown so that people don't meet, they maintain social distance. Where is social distancing in Bengal, ma'am?
Yes, Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav, when the Honorable Home Minister said this, and at that point of time, there was a census in some channel, I think it was your channel or some other channel, that yes, it was in fact Rajneesh Sardesai. I was doing it with him in front of Victoria. I remember the show. There was the observation that your channel had made that although there is a fear that gatherings and whenever two people meet, the virus mutates, and there is absolutely every possibility of the number of the victims increasing. Yes, but there was also this observation that non-poll-bound states had a spike, a higher spike. Possibly by then, we were, I think, in the third phase of elections. We had just about finished the third phase.
Okay.
And that's when the census started rising. So now when you talk to the Home Minister, I think he gave an interview yesterday or day before, he is concerned. That is why our National President, J.P. Nadda, has categorically declared that immediately there is a scale down of our rallies and our public events. Now, having said that, my point is completely different. You see, we are in a constitutional state. I mean, not the state. The entire nation is run by the Constitution of India. There is a system, as you mentioned this, that if there is no election, then we have to opt for a president's rule for 6 months. I don't think anybody, leave alone Trinamool, leave alone BJP, I don't think any resident of West Bengal wanted to go through that. Yes, we did not understand, not we, I mean not BJP.
Partha Mukherjee.
I don't think anybody understood. Let me just finish. Give me 2 seconds. I will finish up. I have nothing more to say. Just give me 2 seconds. This constitutional process, once it has begun, it has to complete. In fact, one of my previous panelists have very categorically said, this is a novel situation. Pandemic has happened for the first time. Yes, we had a Spanish flu earlier, but that was some 100 years earlier when there was no process
Fair
of
enough.
democracy.
Partha Mukherjee,
so this
the
time,
point,
give us some time.
Okay, the point that the BJP is making is, you're looking at the situation in Bengal, in the same time frame, look at the situation in places like Delhi, for example, or Maharashtra. They don't have elections, and yet there is such a huge spike. So, are those who fear not doing so well in these elections blaming COVID and hoping the process does not go on? Partha Mukherjee.
Yes.
You see, every sane person is saying this. This is not only the political parties. Everybody is saying this. Yes, there are many places where elections are not being held, but still there is increase in spike. But that doesn't dilute the problem of West Bengal or in the other states where the elections have been held.
Agreed.
Now, when these elections have been held in this manner and in such a sprawling time, obviously there is a scope that this COVID-19 will get much deeper into our system.
And God forbid, we will only know the results. We will only know the impact in another fortnight.
Problem you see, India's first COVID-19 case was registered in January 2020.
Yes.
And after that, it is only a saga of tragedy, incompetence, and colossal mismanagement.
Monojit Mandal, the statistics that are being put out by covidindia.org, when they talk about Bengal, and I'll take the same time frame, 1st April and 18th April. So 1st April, Bengal had 6813 cases, shot up to 49,638 cases, which is being seen as a 600% plus rise. Look at Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, in the same period, the spike is more, no elections there. Look at Delhi, from 10,000 in the same time period, 1st April, 10,000 odd cases, 8th April, 74,000 odd cases. It's a 600% hike once again. So why blame elections for COVID spike? Delhi has no elections, sir.
Gaurav, the fact remains this is because of the spike in the last 2 weeks. We were almost COVID-free in the month of March. It's all because of Mamta Di's good work. We are getting the dividends. And still we are still better placed. Consider, I mean, she can always have this kind of crude and sadistic smile.
That is why we were not getting those reports.
You don't know the numbers. No, please, do you know the numbers? We are having more than 50,000 tests per day. And what about the number? They talk about vaccinations, 80 crores vaccine. How long it will take? 30 lakhs per day. How long it will take to vaccinate 80 crores? We have, we needed this to happen long time back. That's what we suggested. But why do you take it on board? Now when the things are out of control, the cases are completely, going in spiral. Now they are saying that you states take the control. And health is a state subject. You always interfered in our matter. You did not take us on board. Even if we did the Pandemic Act in place, you needed to have us on board.
Sir, fair enough. So you're talking about the bigger picture, and I'm restricting myself to elections and the remaining 3 phases. Kaushik, I have last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds on this part of the show. Kaushik, for the remaining 3 phases, is following COVID appropriate behavior as best as possible, masking up, maintaining distance, is that the only way to move forward, Kaushik?
Certainly, the political leaders must lead by example, and they should ensure that they don't organize big rallies. And already BJP and other parties are talking about it, but I don't know how much they will actually follow it on the ground, because it's very easy to leave it to the popularity of the leader that we wanted to organize a rally of 500 people, but 5,000 came in. What could we do? Those things should not happen. They should actually practice what they are preaching. And the COVID appropriate behavior must start from the top leadership of
absolutely.
both parties. I'm not mentioning any party.
Of actually all the 4 parties, but the 2 that are at daggers drawn, and I think everyone is on the same page on that. But for the moment, Shatarupa, Monojit Mandal, Kaushik Dekha and Partha Chatterjee, many thanks for joining me here on India First.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.